Hey everybody, welcome back. It's our third week in April, and all through April we've been learning about peace. Peace is proving we care about others more than winning an argument. And this is one of my favorite things that we work on every year because it's one of the hardest things we work on every year. Our Bible verse for the month is Romans 14:19. Let us do all we can to live in peace. Let us build one another up. I love that verse because it shows God's heart for peace. Last week, we learned about how we can make peace with others. It doesn't matter how old we are. And this week, we're talking about Jacob and the wells, if you've already read the Bible story, and how we can show people we care about them by walking away from a fight. We're going to make the world's shortest play. And to do that, we're going to need a prop. Take a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what color it is. Doesn't even matter what size it is. And fold it up like an accordion by going every other side. There we go. And you're just going to keep folding until it is all folded up. And then put it against the table and smash those creases down so it is nice and crisp on those edges. We're going to use this prop a couple different ways in the world's shortest play. Take your fingers in the middle. Sometimes you'll use it like a bow tie for a character. Sometimes you'll use it like a hair bow for a character. Oh, it looks better like that. A hair bow for a character. And if you have a character that you want can have a mustache. Are you ready? Let's have 3 characters. Let's have our Philistine king. And let's have Jacob's servant. And then we'll have Jacob. Oh my goodness. I just said Jacob's wells. It's Isaac's wells. I can't believe I made that mistake. I make so many mistakes. I can't even keep track. But it's Isaac's wells today. So get your piece of paper and we'll get started. So we have our Philistine guy who says, you must leave. Oh, you can't see my mouth when I do that. You must leave these wells. And then, of course, the servant answers, I will not leave these wells. And then the Philistine comes back and says, you must leave these wells. And the servant's there, and she's like, I will not leave these wells. And one more time, right when people were about to start to throw hands, you must leave these wells. Again, she says, I will not leave these wells. And then Isaac comes in and he makes peace. He says, hey, no, we'll leave the wells. It's okay. And that's our world's shortest play. I know, just with one little prop. This was my favorite one. So Isaac came back and said, we'll leave the wells. And then he walked away from a fight. He could have gone to war with his neighbors over those wells. But then what would have happened? Later in the story, the Philistines came to Isaac and they were willing to make peace and be friends. Do you think that could have happened if Isaac had decided to fight over those wells? Because Isaac walked away from the fight, they were able to make peace later. Isaac's refusal to fight eventually led to his family being able to stay on that land in peace with his neighbors because they thought he was trustworthy. Being able to walk away from a fight led to peace. Have you ever had an experience like that? Has someone ever tried to take away what was yours? Has someone ever walked over and started using the toy you were using without asking or taken it away? Have you ever had a sibling that reached over onto your plate and took a handful of French fries? I have. What about a neighbor who comes over and you feel like they just want to play basketball more than they want to play with you? Or maybe jump on your trampoline more than they want to be jumping with you? Have you ever had a time like that? Just remember, you can show that you care about others by walking away from a fight. You can make peace. It doesn't matter how old you are. And peace is important. So important that God wanted to make peace with us by sending Jesus. I would like you to think of a time in your life when you had to make peace. It can be a funny time, like the time where Chris, my husband, reached over to my plate and took a bite out of my donut. It could be a funny time like that. Or it could be a really serious time, like when I loaned my friend my car and she ran into a deer and the car was broken and I had to tell my parents. Peace is important. And you can show people that you care about them by walking away from a fight and by making peace. See you for the next activity.